The second one on expanding naloxone, we've been interested not just on the concept of expanding naloxone, which is very important, but actually making it accessible. And what do I mean by that? Naloxone, to be effective, you have to inject it. But if you have someone or your friend overdoses in front of your eyes and you don't know how to inject, that's not going to be very helpful. There is an auto-injector that the FDA approved a couple of years ago, but it is actually not easily accessible. Not everybody has it. You require a prescription, and it costs between $400 and $500. So we were interested in getting something that anyone, no medical training, could administer that would lead to very fast, very high concentrations of naloxone. So we partnered with 2 pharmaceuticals. The story short is that last year, one of the products, which is a spray, nasal spray, very simple little thing like this that you put into the nostril that delivers a huge quantity of naloxone very rapidly. FDA approved it, and it costs $37. So you don't really, and we're pushing it to be over the counter, so you don't need a prescription. Anyone can buy it and expand it, because you're going to save lives. The counter argument, people say, well, you save the life, you miss the opportunity to do an intervention. The problem is if you don't intervention, you will never intervene with an naloxone. You will never do an intervention to treat that patient. They will be dead. I mean, this is an emergency. But we are also cognizant of the importance when you actually have a person that has overdosed, and if it's a person that has been abusing their drugs, to refer them to treatment. That's extremely important, and this is what I would say is crucial, because otherwise your patient is going to overdose. Some patients overdose, they are not abusing it, they are taking it as indicated, and they overdose. Then the task of us as physicians is to actually evaluate whether, how to taper that patient, because those doses evidently are risky, and think of alternative interventions. The third approach, expanding access to medication treatment for opioid use disorders. We've been, again, partnering with pharmaceuticals. A very interesting, potentially very positive product is buprenorphine. It's a buprenorphine-like compound that you inject, and it delivers buprenorphine for 6 months, which means that the patient does not need to go to the clinic on a daily basis, which means that the person that living in a rural area can have access to treatment. And the other one is implementation science, working with the healthcare system, working with the criminal justice system, to have them engage in actively prescribing, whether it is methadone or buprenorphine or Vivitrol, for patients that actually have an opioid use disorder. And that those medications, all of them, have been able to show that they actually, when you prescribe them, decrease the risk of overdoses. Yeah, science provides you with solutions, and the whole concept is, again, the science is out there and we want it to be implemented, and we can show how to implement in scientific, in laboratory setups. But underlying all of this, I want to again reiterate the importance of doing structural changes in the healthcare system that will allow us to do the right thing. And the right thing is to actually take advantage of what the evidence tells us is more effective in addressing the issue of opioid use disorder or pain management or reverting overdoses. But we need to have a structure that would support that.